Hey guys, welcome back to the Collector's Impact. Today we are going to review 21 cards that I pulled out of the recent box opening from the DC vs. Marvel cards, the 1995 Skybox edition, which is the only edition, but nonetheless, we've got 21 cards from that box to send off to PSA for grading. Now, these will be going standard, or not standard, sorry, these will be going value submission. Sometimes I get them mixed up. The value submission used to be $10 a card. PSA recently changed it to $20 a card, so yeah, I'm kind of pushing the limit, sending 21 cards, but these are just so nice that I can't really help it. If it was still $10, I'd probably be sending even more than that, so... Alright, so the first card is this Rogue Impact version. This is number 16 of 18 from the Impact subset within the cards. Definitely super cool artwork, very, very sleek. It's the artwork in this set is all over the place in terms of the different styles. Some are the CGI, some are like the pencil, hand-drawn, and there's everything in between, so... I went ahead and this one is one of those Impact cards, and the first few here are going to share similarities. Of course, there's another Rogue, so I pulled two of those. That's the only one of the Impact cards that I pulled two of in the box. So they're both going. This Gambit is going as well. Since these are pack fresh, I also was looking, when it comes to the regular cards and these, I'm looking for... no edge wear and very minimal errors and things of that nature, because I'm definitely trying for 9s and 10s. There may be a few in here that I'm on the fence about. If they're going to be 9, they could be 8, maybe even 7, but in those rare cases, they're just cards that I really like and would like to see slabbed anyway. They're probably going to remain in my personal collection rather than be put on the market. So this collection has a nice bit of both approaches to it in terms of reasons for submitting. So this here, this Hawkman, not really a huge fan of Hawkman, but the artwork on this one in particular is pretty sweet. I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out whose leg that is. Like, I thought it might be Wonder Woman, but it's actually Iron Man, if anyone was wondering. So the deal with these Impact cards, there's 18 in the subset, and they actually make up 2 9-pocket pages worth of artwork when you connect them together. Now, I don't think that these connect. Let me see. Yeah, these don't really connect, but if you have all 9 from each page, they make a pretty interesting piece of art. So next we have Beast. This is a super weird card in terms of its art. So I'll probably I just wanted it graded so that it would probably pull that 9 or 10 and maybe be a nice addition to someone else's collection on the market. And then those are it for the Impact ones that I've decided to send. Some of the others that I got were super weird and obscure, and maybe I'll send them at another time, but I can't justify the $20 fee at the moment. It's a bit much for some of them. And then we move on to these. These are actually the hologram cards from the set, which, it's kind of a letdown in terms of their hologram appeal. There, you can tell right away that this one doesn't really have much going on. It's just up here in Jubilee's hands. The little magic that she's casting there, it has some sparkle to it, which you can't even... this is strong lighting on it, and you can't even barely see it, so... But it's a hologram nonetheless. It's in mint condition, so if anyone out there is trying to complete the set and they need a mint condition one of these for the set, hopefully I will be able to provide that for them. And then this is the only other hologram. They have an average of 3 a box, so I was lucky enough to pull 3, because it's not guaranteed, that's just the average. But this is Silver Surfer and Green Lantern. You can see that it has a little bit of edge wear from the factory cutting machine. For whatever reason, that's pretty common in this era of Skybox cards. But overall, surface is great condition. You can see the foil there. It's just these little streaks right here where the surfboard goes and his hand. And maybe a couple other little small details. But yeah. Next we get into the regular cards. Now the first few, I doubled them up here. So I've got 2 Superman versus Hulks, and the reason for that is one is for my personal collection and the other is to sell, most likely. That is definitely the idea here. Next, same kind of thing with Catwoman and Elektra with this ridiculous picture. I mean, it's the Catwoman's expression. I'll probably never get over it. It's just too funny. The overall, though, this artwork is amazing. It's really nice. And the hologram version of this card is even nicer because it doesn't have any of this writing, so the picture's a little bit larger. So I might try to pick one of those up just to have it as well. Next, we've got the Joker versus Spider-Man, and I mean the Joker is straight up packing heat. It's pointed right at Spider-Man's face. Like, I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to unfold. Honestly, that's wow. I don't know if they would produce a card like that today. Maybe they would. I don't know, but that is just intense, man. Joker does not mess around. Right, next we have the Wonder Woman and Storm. This one's artwork is awesome. I mean, I really like the yin and yang type of artistic approach they took with it. You can definitely tell that that was quite evident in their in their layout for the design. I'm not sure what city this is below, but I mean, if it looks like Washington or something similar to that. It's a pretty cool piece all around. I pulled 4 of these cards, but one of them was damaged right away in the pack. It's got an actual crease in it, which no other card in the whole box had a crease in it except for this card. And, well, not this exact one, but this, you know, I set it out aside. And then the other one had all kinds of issues on the side here with where the cards were kind of stuck together. That one got damaged in the peeling apart process, but these 2 survived, and those 2 are definitely going. Next, we've got Poison Ivy and Black Cat. This artwork is kind of back to the more traditional hand-drawn approach rather than more of the CGI elements. I'm sure there's a little bit of it there, but overall the card is so flavorful that I just... Of all of the battle cards, I went through them in great detail, set them all out, and looked at them for quite a while, both inspecting their details and the artwork as a whole. And this one just, it really sticks out. Even though they're kind of B characters, that card sticks out pretty well. And next is Superman and the Juggernaut. It's the Juggernaut, bitch! So the Juggernaut fighting Superman, I mean, that's kind of no contest, to be honest, but... still, really cool artwork. I'm not digging Superman's face too much in this one, though. I don't know. What do you guys think? That does not... that's whatever. But Juggernaut's on point. Still, I only pulled 1 good one of those. So there it goes. And next, same kind of situation with this one. I only pulled 1 good one of this. Spider-Man versus Superboy. Considering that this is it's pack art, so they put it on the booster packs, and it's on a couple of the variant boxes. I figured that this is kind of one of the highlight cards in the series, not to mention Spider-Man and all of that. I mean, it's definitely worth grading. And next, we're down to the last 2. So these 2 are the only individual characters that I chose out that are just standard cards. This one is obviously Batman, but the cool thing about this card is that he's got like Captain America stuff in a jar, or in his bat layer there. There's a previous card in this series where he's fighting Captain America. I didn't have a good enough condition one of those to warrant submitting it, unfortunately. I might open more in the future to try to get some of the cards that I missed out on. I might buy some more and open it, but you know, overall, this one is really nice. It looks like he ended up winning that battle because he's got his stuff there as trophies. And in a way, that's pretty dark. Pretty dark, Bruce Wayne. And last but not least, is the Joker. And the cool thing about this one, aside from him packing heat, which is just awesome in these cards, so bizarre, but is that he's reading the Daily Bugle featuring SpiderMan. So he's like, got to do something about this SpiderMan, and then we saw what happened there. Or Spider-Man must have saw him reading or something. He burst right through that window, and Joker was not messing around. So having both of those cards in the collection is pretty cool. Yeah, but that pretty much wraps it up for the cards that I chose out of the set from that box opening. What do you guys think of those choices? Are there some that you saw in the other video that you would have preferred over these? Or do you think this is a pretty solid submission? Either way, if you like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And feel free to subscribe to the Collector's Impact for more content like this in the near future. I cover all kinds of collectibles, market stuff, and do fun things like these PSA submissions, reveals, and box openings, and the like. So if you're into it, definitely subscribe. Would love to see you back in the future. And thank you very, very much for checking out the video, and take care.